few topics that we are going to talk about today. So number one is Lunar New Year is incoming. So we are going to have the office closing starting from Monday next week until Friday, including the 2 weekends. So it means next week the entire team is on leave. We will still be available in case that there is a total value in the system and so on, but majorly we are going to be off. I think there's some of you guys is also on the Asian side, so maybe you also can enjoy holiday as well. But for those of you are in Western, please bear with us during this period. Okay, so that is number one. Number two is, I think what we would like to announce is, we have the latest model array, Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.3 Codex, that currently available in the platform. So, if you go into the, let me search on this one first. So this is, artificial analysis index. So it's showing different models and where is their frontier and so on. So as you can see in here, Opus is right now is like number one in the growth. Number two is actually 5.2. Now 5.3 is very new. It's not in here yet, but it should be in the same leash with Opus or even better. So OpenAI actually released two models, 5.3 Codex, which is for coding, and I think they're also having another 5.3. Maybe they will reserve that until the end of the month. They will receive that. But anyway, so this model is frontier is already available in AgenticFlow via PixelML Open Router. So if you would like to try it, you can go into AgenticFlow.ai and you can go into your agent in this area, and then you just create a new agent. It's a test Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.3 Codex, and you just create a new agent on this one. There's something wrong with this. Maybe let me try with another normal model first. Just say Haiku, save. Haiku was responding as normal. So maybe we need to check again on the 5.3 Codex, and we'll get back to you on that. Let me test one more time with Opus 4.6. It was working just before, but I don't know why it's now. Let's see. Opus response is like normal. We can click on here. Yep, so the model response is PixelML Claude 4.6 Opus, and you can see the details in here. Alright, so I think for the Codex 5.3, we will need to double check on that again. I think it was, oh wait, why we have two items? So we have Codex and also 5.3 Codex. So I think I was choosing this one and it's wrong. Maybe let me choose, wait, why we have two items? I think there's some error that's causing that two items that in the list. So that's why that's causing some error. Okay, we got this one. Please raise an issue on this one, so we will fix this one. Okay, yeah, but basically it's just a model selection, and you can select that. All right, so that is the first one that I would like to share. The power of Opus and 5.3, I think a lot of things are in this already. You can actually technically search about that, and a lot of blog and testing on this already. From my personal experience, that's I find Opus 4.6 and 5.3. From my personal experience, I find that 5.3 is a little easy to navigate. Comparing to Opus 4.6, I find that it is not really following the instruction that good. Technically, it is very smart, but for example, I was asking it to fix a bug in the code base, and actually it turned out that it is reviewing the entire plan, and it was saying to me that, hey, we should not using the current solution that we have. So instead of fixing a bug, Claude Opus 4.6 is actually just refactoring my entire code base based on the new solution that he thinks that is working. Sometimes it's good, but normally when I just want to have the bug to be fixed, I don't want that. So in that case, I like Codex better. But I think that is my very personal experience on that. You have to try to see by yourself and see how this goes. Yeah, of course, when we are using this one on PixelML Open Router, you need to have your own API key on the PixelML. But absolutely, you can using Ishi or Cloud Desktop, and we already have this as well. So let me switch over that one as well, so that you can also have a look. Okay, but maybe I will just take a screenshot on this one. So you can go into manage model, and yeah, I will just screenshot in here. I will take a screenshot of this one, and I will post that back into to here so that you can also see. So if you download Ishi, you should be able to see the models in the latest version. You can use 4.6 Opus in here on even like 5.3. Let me see where is 5.3. Yeah, 5.3 Codex is also here. Yep, so you can try on GPT 5.3 Codex and Opus. So the major difference is that on AgenticFlow, you need to use an API key, but actually using Ishi or Claude Desktop, you can using your existing ChatGPT login, or even like put with if you have Google. And actually, this is the best thing about anti-gravity. Okay, wait, what is that? It's not here yet. But actually, the beautiful thing about Ishi is that we can actually using anti-gravity model, and currently it's only having the 4.5, but I think we can patch it very easily, and we will allow you to use Claude 4.6 in Ishi using anti-gravity login. And actually, Google is very generous about this one. So actually, I think this is something that you should really take advantage of. Okay, so that is something new in the ecosystem. I will take a moment to go back to Discord if any other question. Look like no. Okay, let's move on. All right, so next one is on the retirement. So we have some of the new changes. So in the March 31, we are going to do the retirement on GPT-4o mini model. It was the score in quite low, actually 13, and OpenAI decided to retire by I think middle of this month, but because we are using Azure, so actually we have some more weeks to stay. So it will be available until March 31, and we have 3 options for you to replace. One is to replace with GPT OSS 120B. It was like having the 33 score, so it's much higher than GPT-4o mini. The second option is like GPT-5 Nano, which is 26 score, and we are also introducing a new model. We call it GLM-4.7 Flash, which is a new model, and it's actually scoring around 21. This model is very small and also very smart for this size. So I think I believe that this is a good candidate to replacement for GPT-4o mini, and I suggest that you can try on this part. All right, so let's move on. So next one I would like to share is answer one of the update from Rick. Thanks Rick for creating this one. So this is a example that we are doing for Ishi to work on tasks. So this is like the video editing task. So this is on our YouTube channel. So you can actually go into our YouTube channel to search for the video, split a video to multiple video with uploading on YouTube. So it's going to be like on this one. Let me go to YouTube and go into our channel. And you go here, I think it's going to be the first video on here. And yeah, so basically what Rick does is that he creating a form that as a prompt that's saying, I have a video with a name and it's located in a folder, this one. Please analyze the content of video, split that to multiple short video and logical content so that I can upload them to YouTube. So this task is not an easy task, right? It means the model will need to kind of like using some code to split the video, and also you need to do some transcription in order to ensure the model is working. And this is using the GLM-4.7, but I believe that you can leverage on any of the like model that are good at coding in order to do the task. So basically in here Rick is going to walk you through and also just seeing the model that operating on the folder and the file directly. So it's going to be like list the file in folder, it get the video metadata, it extract the video audio from video. So it actually is doing the speech to text, so that it's getting all of the caption and information. So normally you need to find some code or some services to do this, but actually right now it's so easy. You just need to have one command and then Ishi will do that for you. Okay, and after that one is going to be doing some other work that including like analyzing video for metadata, extract audio, identify logical content segment and chapter. So because it has the transcription of the entire video, so it actually can logical to segment them from which second to which second is good for the one certain task. Then actually it's going to be like very easy for the model to do it. And then it will finally split the video to short clip based on the content segment. So because based on the content, we are retrieving the kinds of like subtitle and also the timestamp, and then we can using code in order to split the video into the multiple video, and finally we verify the video and output file. So let me script add into the very final one. So from here I think Rick is also this one. Okay, so it's actually creating 6 clips with 6 decryption. Okay, let me see where is the video. So in here, actually it's creating 6 parts of the video. Part 1 is what this chatbot agent can do. Part 2 is creating a QA chatbot in 15 seconds. Part 3, setting up lead capture and appointment with Ishi. And wanting Ishi to build. I think it should be Ishi, right? Not Ishi. But anyway, that is good try at the beginning. And it's actually having the 6 part of the video like this. And actually based on this one, you can just follow through the whole of the video. And at the final, you will have the final video that you can have. And in here, Rick also show you like how can we creating a YouTube thumbnail video as well. For example, it's going to create a thumbnail video. So let me show you on this one. So it's also very simple. So what Rick does is that he was saying like, please create an agent in AgenticFlow that I can use to generate YouTube thumbnail image at a 916 aspect. I only need to copy and paste the video description, and the agent will generate a thumbnail automatically. So basically, this one is actually the prompt that Rick gave to Ishi so that he can actually do the job. So what he does is that he's going to go through on the research available and start to create the YouTube thumbnail generator agent by going through multiple steps, including the search node type, get node, even like search documentation and get node details, all the way until the very end. And finally, it will create an agent that you can see in here, like YouTube thumbnail generator with the URL that you can click on and find. Okay, so it's going to be going on the YouTube like this. Yep. So, and we have the YouTube thumbnail generator already existing in our workspace, and it is using a plugin. It's called AgenticFlow Generate Image, which is including your subscription, so that you can create in any image that you like. And after this one is going to be using this one. Okay. So we have a thumbnail.
There might be some unexpected if the entire just sit back for ask the MC so it can help.
Okay, so this is kind of like Brick have the agent already, and right now he would like to need a type like a thumbnail. Then actually he will just copy the description of the video, and then the agent is actually creating an image for him.
You out. If you already have experience using it, you can, like me, immediately choose the tools you know how to use, connect them, and start working.
So we have an image that a thumbnail is 916, and it can be used for some of YouTube. Actually, you can be smart on the thumbnail and planning, and you can even like copy the URL of the agent and talk to Ishi, and Ishi can actually help you to modify this one very easily as well. Okay, right, good. So let me move to the next one. Firstly, let's check on YouTube. Maybe Opus Pro Max will do better. Yeah. So I think on the Opus and so on, you can try a different model, because Ishi is very straightforward, right? It can help you to do all of this one very easily. So you can just swap in the model. So please watch the video. The prompt is quite straightforward as well. So you can use that to manipulate the video. It saves a lot of time because actually we don't need to like have upload to different resources to transcribe the video and do all of this one, while Ishi can do it in one shot. Then just do it. Okay. So this is one of one. All right. So next one I would like to share is Ishi or Claude Opus. Now talk to me. All right. In order to show you how is it done, I'm going to share my screen where it's going to open the Claude Opus. Okay. Allow me to switch the screen into my Ishi. Stop here. Let me go into Windows. It's going to be open on Claude and share the auto system audio. Yep. I'm sharing this one, and on Discord, I'm going to switch over to that video as well. Stop streaming, share screen, and sharing. Okay. I hope everyone can see my screen now. So what I'm going to just start conversation. I'll just say, hey, hello, can you help me to say hi to the community?
Hello. I'd be happy to help you say hi to the community. To give you the best assistance, could you tell me a bit more about which community, e.g. a GitHub project, Discord server, forum, social media platform, or specific group? What context? E.g. introducing yourself as a new member, announcing something, just a friendly hello. Any specific tone or style?
No, Ishi, you are talking to the community of AgenticFlow customer. Can you just say hi to everyone and introduce what you can do to them?
Hi everyone. I'm Ishi, your digital chief of staff, designed to bridge the gap between your local workspace and the cloud. What I can help you with. File organization and document processing. Intelligently organize and rename files in your downloads or any folder. Extract data from documents, PDFs, invoices, receipts. Clean up messy directories with smart categorization. AgenticFlow integration. Browse and search AgenticFlow node types and workflows. Create, update, and execute workflows directly from your desktop. Manage agents and app connections. Bridge local files to cloud workflows seamlessly. Development and automation. Help with coding tasks, debugging, and refactoring. Automate repetitive tasks. Execute commands and manage your local environment. Search documentation and answer questions about AgenticFlow. My philosophy.
So that is kind of like some human AI communication, right? Sometimes it's very long to communicate, so you can stop him in a midway. But it's useful in case that you just would like to have hand-free, and then you would like to talk to him, and then he will start to do something for you. So I want you to do this, like, can you using the AgenticFlow skill to learn what is a platform is about and what you can do with it? My English, sorry. Okay, I'm going to instruct it to create and read about the skill to understand what is the concept and everything. It talk a lot, I think. Because it talk a lot, then it take a bit of time for it to speak back to me on this area. Okay, let me go to Discord, any other question, or YouTube.
Perfect. Now I have a comprehensive understanding of AgenticFlow. Let me update my introduction to the community with this knowledge. Hi AgenticFlow community. I'm Ishi, the will to build, your digital chief of staff that bridges your local desktop workspace with AgenticFlow's cloud platform. What AgenticFlow does. AgenticFlow is a powerful platform for building 3 types of AI systems. Workflows, linear automation pipelines with 300 plus integrations, sequential nodes that execute step-by-step AI LLM nodes, Claude, GPT, Gemini, image generation, data processing, API.
Yeah, so that's how you can switch on and switch off him. Actually, so if you would like to configure this one, you can go into setting and then go into setting on this one. And in voice, actually you can choose on the voice. And we are using an OpenAI key in order to make it faster for the speed and also so on. Later on, actually we can also support other provider, for example, like 11 Lab or even local model. I think for the local model, we have the previously, right? We have a model that can do the speak to text to transcribe. But some of you were saying that it's not good for example, like foreign languages. So we are providing a cloud option. So actually you can just enter your API key in this area and you can use on this. And you can choose different transcription model for O-Mini, transcribe fast and affordable, or transcribe with best quality, or whisper with the classic model. And even like on the text to speech model, we can also choosing different one, for example, like standard or HD, or also mini TTS, which is the latest and most natural. And you can choose a different voice. So this is the common voice in OpenAI, but actually you can choose anything. And if you would like me to allow the AI to auto-read every response, you can turn this on. But if you don't want that, you can turn it off. So in Ishi, actually you will have the ability to control whether the voice is about. Okay, for example, I'm clicking it off, then I'm going to say, I will continue. I will say, hey, can you help me to query my last 2 workflow and tell me what is it about? I'm going to ask it to do. So I think for my experience, right, I like it to, like, I can speak to it. So it's faster because I don't have to type. But when it speaks back to me, actually I don't want it to read back to me because it's very slow. But I like it to kind of like just show me the text, right? And it's going to show me the text and it can help me to analyze information on that. It will compare. All right. Yep, so it will show me like what is my 2 workflow is about. It can be like the workflow about stock, NVIDIA stock alert, and also the other workflow is like edit image. So actually it can interacting with my AgenticFlow workspace already, and it has a very long text. If I allowing my agent to read it, it will take like, I don't know, few minutes. But normally we just don't want that, so that's okay. So you can turn it off, so that is okay. But if you just would like to get it read, you can click on this icon, this small icon. It's actually going to read aloud the text in here, and it's also using your OpenAI key so that you can have full visibility and use it on this one. Okay. Yep. So that is the text to speech to text, so we integrate it back. So either in Claude or Ishi, actually it's the same app, so you can use that. Just go into setting and also go to voice and just switch it on, and it should be okay for you. All right, so let's move on. So what else that we have today? Next topics that we have is okay, so you can use Ishi to work on AgenticFlow, like what I just did, and also what Rick did just before. For example, like what we just did now is to ask it to creating a workflow and agent and adding image. So I think in the last office hour and build section number 4, I already did demonstrate to you to how to use AgenticFlow MCP server and also skill. So if you haven't, then I would suggest that you go into MCP server. You make sure that the AgenticFlow MCP server is connected. This is mcp.agenticflow.ai/mcp. If you haven't have this one connected, please watch again the build section number 4 so that you can have the full visibility. The second MCP server that you should have is the AgenticFlow connection documentation. So that one is actually having all of the documentation. So it gives the AgenticFlow the ability to read the docs on this one. So you need 2 MCP in order to make it work. And second one is you need an AgenticFlow skill. So normally you will have the AgenticFlow skill already installed, but you also continuously browsing and updating this one. So what I'm suggesting you is to uninstall the old one and also go into browse catalog and also install a new one. So it's going to be like give you the latest information about the skill that we config. And based on this one, then actually you can ask it to read the skill to understand how to navigate and update together in AgenticFlow, and finally to creating a workflow agent and later on multi-agent system for your work. And you can throw to anything about the workflow. Some of the customer actually successfully creating 300 agents in a week using Ishi to work with AgenticFlow MCP. So I hope that you can also find something good use on that. So it's kind of like automation platform on top of AgenticFlow, but navigating by Ishi. So it's actually reducing the complexity a lot on this one. So to start with some of the model, I think I suggest that you can log in with the Google anti-gravity, because actually they are having a lot of like good latest model. Let me search for anti-gravity. So you can just log in, and also with an even free account, you can using very high model, very good one you can use. But if you don't want to use that, you can just using what AgenticFlow is having built in. You can also using some of the model, for example, like yeah, let me go into here. Let me turn on that. Yeah, for example, like the GLM-4.5 Air, this one is also a very good model, or GPT OSS 120B. So this one also good model as well, or GPT-5 Nano, and also the DeepSeek 3.2. This one is also okay, or even Haiku. Yep. So you can use some of the model if you find it on this side. But I would suggest that if you are using AgenticFlow only, you can stick with GLM 4.5 Air, because this is quite of like the best price performance model that we find that work really well without having any additional cost. Okay, so that is on the model side. And what else? Yeah. So next one I would like to share is on the Ishi and Claude. Okay, so we have the ability actually between Ishi and Claude, actually they are same app. So if you go into Ishi or Claude, the latest version, and you go into the mission control, you will see that there is some kinds of like connection, and you can actually having the connection in here already, where you can have the mission control. You can see all of the information about that. And recently, what we are adding is we do a security audit. So actually, we can prepare and launch audit to an agent. So you can click on this icon, walk through. It's going to show you a video that I'm doing the security run on a target OpenClaw gateway. Okay, so let me play that video as well. But I might need to switch that to here. Wait, let me screen Windows. This one on Discord. I also need to switch to that as well. So let me play this video. Oops. Okay, can do it for you. Just copy this one. Go here and say, hey, can you help me to implement this one? So basically, Ishi is going to do some kinds of like security check and control on the OpenClaw sandbox environment and enhance the security layer of that. So just in case that you would like to set up your OpenClaw, you can actually using Claw Desktop or aka Ishi.
Summary: OpenClaw AI Safe Security Hardening. I just implemented comprehensive security hardening for your OpenClaw installation based on the AI Safe framework. Here's what happened. What I did, security assessment. Checked network exposure. Ports 8080, 1978988. Found gateway already bound to localhost only, 127.0.0.1. Secure by default. File permissions. Lockdown. Locked directory to 700, owner only. Locked config files to 600, owner only read write. Locked credentials directory to 700. Configuration hardening. Attempted to add tool restrictions and login controls. Hit validation errors. OpenClaw config schema didn't support those fields. Ran to validate clean config. Fixed all configuration issues. Git tracking for rollback. Committed all changes to Git 2 commits. Now you can roll back anytime. Security audit. Ran deep security scan. Reduced warnings from 3 to. Result 0 critical issues, 2 non-critical. Bottom line, your OpenClaw is now production hardened. No public network exposure. Strict file permissions. Validated configuration. Full rollback capability. Clean security audit. You can now trust your OpenClaw bot to do stuff safe.
Alright, so this is pretty much it on what Ishi can help. And actually I rerun, and we actually enhancing the security skill of Ishi, and actually it's running it again, and it gives score. And actually it's found out a lot of like security loophole that I was set up OpenClaw. Even I have a separate Mac Mini to install. It still have some problem. For example, the Discord bot token were exposed in plain text. The gateway out token is a word readable launch agent please. Multiple operator token and device is, OpenClaw is actually storing everything in plain text actually. No encryption, nothing. So actually, whoever that can have access to your computer, we have their own ability to extract in this one. So if you would like to try with OpenClaw, proceed it with caution. And also, if you would like to run a security scan, you can actually download Claude Desktop or Ishi in order to run that security scan. We are implementing the AI Safe framework by Vincent that he shared with us last week, and does have some good reviews. And even like Ishi was telling me like what is the quick win. First of all, I can fix file permission. It giving me the command on this one. Migrate the secret to macOS keychain, remove some state device, and enable macOS firewall, and fix log file permission, and a lot of things that we can enhance that. So what we would like to demonstrate now is that Ishi is becoming a kind of like remote control, that it can control the OpenClaw agent. It can remote control the workflow and agent on AgenticFlow. So it kind of like based on your like day-to-day operator, that you can just download one single app, and then actually it can control everything that you're working together. So that is also the positioning of Ishi, or aka the Claude Desktop. And AgenticFlow as a platform, it's going to be stay there. It's going to be the main product where you can deploy agent, workflow, and multi-agent to run. But you need someone or something that control it in a way that's more efficient, and you can just communicate to that coordinator. And Ishi is going to be on that coordinator. Similarly for OpenClaw, so if you will have your OpenClaw agent somewhere in a VPS or another machine, you need someone that you can talk to, so that someone can actually help you to manage the OpenClaw agent. And Ishi is going to be that. So I hope that this is give you a kind of very high level of like what Ishi can do for both AgenticFlow and OpenClaw. We still have some few minutes left, so we'll just stay here. If you have any question, we can just talk about that. All right. Yeah. So while waiting for the question, I'm going to put on something in this one to my OpenClaw instance, and it's checking my gateway and so on and everything on this part. It even like helped me to connect on this area. And if I would like to run on the security audit, I'm also just running this prompt, and it's going to just trigger and also connect it to my OpenClaw gateway. It will run through all of the information that we have, like audit, authentication, and so on and so on. So it can take some time. So I'm going to put this one. So yeah, this is the result after it's run. And so it's going to run it through like 4 minutes and 51 seconds. And then it's actually scoring my score on this one, because Ishi can actually control the remote machine. Either it's going to be on the VPS, or it can be on a Mac Mini, like what I did. It can actually control from remotely. So you can using like Sonnet 4.5 or even like 4.6 in order to control and help you to on an installation. So that is normally how it's done. Okay, I think there's a question in the Discord. Let me answer that. Can Ishi be installed in a cloud instead of desktop? For example, like hosting a VPS or any VPS server. Second one, do you suggest we can run OpenClaw hosting your VPS security with Ask Command Center, or still be risky to use OpenClaw? So the question number one is, Ishi could not be run on the hosting VPS because Ishi would like to be on your computer. So it means it's secure and no one else except you can actually chat to Ishi with the current version. So it's helpful to security. For the hosting on VPS and Hostinger, I would suggest that you can leverage on OpenClaw and using, for example, like you deploy OpenClaw on a VPS, and then if you need some help to control that, then you can download Ishi or aka Claude Desktop in order to remote control. So just like what I did, right? Actually, I tell Ishi that I installed OpenClaw on another machine already, and please using your skill in order to help me to do security check, to do all of the stuff and setting up for me. Or maybe you can search on the internet and someone actually having very beautiful OpenClaw agent setup and you don't know how to set it up. Then actually you just pay to Ishi and tell it like, hey, can you help me to set it up for you? Because Ishi can control the entire machine of that gateway. So technically he can do everything. Okay. And I would suggest that for now, OpenClaw is not really 100% security, but it is still a lot of valuable things in that. And I would suggest that you just should start play around with OpenClaw. Myself also starting as well. I create my own OpenClaw gateway. I hook it into Discord, and also I'm using that for like some stuff. For example, like I'm working on the outside, I'm not away from my keyboard. I would like to like check some stuff or do some coding or bug fixing. It can do. I mean, it's quite okay. Despite by some of the security problem that we can hardening on that, but it's useful just in case that at least I think I can chat into that via Discord or even Telegram. I'm not a kind of like Telegram favor, but I find that chatting that is like chat with a friend, and that friend is on the computer, right? It can do a few things for me. I think that is quite a good experience. We can try. We can minimize the damage control by giving it a new computer or VPS and give it least information as possible. No need cloud, no need someone actually giving the entire their life to OpenClaw to manage. But I don't think that we are getting there yet. There's a lot of security concern. So if you would like to using OpenClaw, I would suggest that you set up an entire new machine. You set up a new account for that, and then that account should be like totally for that OpenClaw agent without having for other thing, or otherwise it's just going to be screwed up very easily. What we are moving from here. So right now we are working on to refactoring AgenticFlow, and there's a lot of things that we need to do in order to improve that capability. And one of the refactoring is to prepare to the ecosystem so that we can work with OpenClaw agent. So we are thinking like OpenClaw having some good thing and bad thing that we can take it from, and actually we can actually pump OpenClaw agent by increasing the ability of AgenticFlow. For example, like OpenClaw agent can using as a fundraising via Discord and also other channel, and it can use workflow on AgenticFlow. It can use sub-agent on AgenticFlow. It can use AI workforce on AgenticFlow. So those three are fundamental concepts that we can make it available for OpenClaw agent. And on the other side, for example, like we can park OpenClaw agent as a sub-agent in our agent and multi-agent system as well. So there will be two-way integration that we are looking for. And perhaps that in a couple of weeks, I think after Lunar New Year and so on, we will review more plan on that side. But for now, OpenClaw is still very new, to be honest. And we still have to learn and play a lot around that. And I think the attempt that we make in here is actually to our learning on Claude. And even like we are having, for example, like you can see in here, so we have like gateway security, and so this is something we introduced. So you can actually click on this small button, and then you can select an OpenClaw section that you already connected. For now, I haven't connected yet, but if you are connected, you will see all of the section in here. So you can actually manage and see all of the connection or chat that you have with OpenClaw before, without having going through the to check. So you can actually chat with the OpenClaw in Discord, and also if you go back to your decks, then you can just open Ishi or Claude Desktop and then just continue to chat with that. And it will leverage all of the UI that we have with our OpenClaw, and it's going to be very useful. There's one thing that I think that is something that OpenClaw is mixing is this one, the file system. So I find that this is very useful for me when I'm working in something that I have the ability to mention the file. So actually in AgenticFlow, in Ishi, you can actually click on this small icon. You can mention the file and you can choose the file already. For example, I'm choosing like Discord. Oh no. You see, right? It's not easy because when we are just typing, we don't know what we don't have. So it will be easier. We just open this one, we see the agent. Okay, so this is like deep research agent. Then you just click on this one. You see that this is the JSON it have, and you just copy this icon. Just copy the path. You paste here. Hey, read this, please. Can you help me to? No, it should not be in here. Let's just create a new chat. Okay. Create this agent in AgenticFlow. Yep. So what shows that is that I download a sample agent in here, and I'm going to ask it to create a new agent in my AgenticFlow. Okay, it asks me some question. So maybe you could just come up with something useful about the deep research agent that you can use, and just create that agent for me. Yeah, so that's how you do it. So this is something new that we should introduce. So that will be your file tree. So for example, like you are in the office hour folder, then you see all the file in that folder. And if you are in another folder, you have another file. So that is very useful. And you can actually open a new different file. You can read that while waiting for the AI to do. So I think that's useful because sometimes I just would like to reread the information that were written by the agent and see what can be done and can be do better. Even like I would like to read the script that is going to be written, just some by time. Yeah, okay. This is the Python file. Okay, it's creating an agent already. It's clarified first to our research structure it automatically. Okay, that's yeah. So that is something new. You can click on this three dot. It's going to be open the file tree. You can technically using that, and there's a file system in here that you can click on each of the file in order to read the details of that. So you don't even need to leave Claude Desktop or Ishi to on this one. And later on, when you are having the connection to OpenClaw, we will do the same. So you don't need even to open the remote desktop connection to the OpenClaw machine on the cloud, because actually the file tree will going to be synced. We are planning to do an SFTP to that machine. So actually, if you drag some file into this file tree, it's going to sync to that machine. So technically, it's going to be two-way. So your agent create a new file, you will see that. And if you would like to drop some file to your agent, you just drop here, it will sync to the cloud. And your agent on the OpenClaw gateway can also have access to that as well. So that is how we to on OpenClaw, and the ecosystem as a whole is going to be more useful. And we are even like planning later, we can also connect to like AgenticFlow AI Drive. So we can actually talk to the agent and also just mention the file that are currently already in the AI drive. And also we will have some agent in AgenticFlow to access its own AI drive. And we can make the sync between the AI drive, the local folder, and also the OpenClaw folder. So that is very powerful things on that. So there's a lot of idea that we would like to improve on the AgenticFlow. Yeah, but I would like to listen about use and what you would like to use, and please let me know. Yep. So next one, if you have another question, let me see on YouTube. Look like no. Yep. So that's it, I think. So right now, the topic that I would like to share today. If you have any question, please just drop me a message in the Discord group. And anything else, yeah, we can talk later. Oh yeah, of course. So we are going to pushing this new version in the new beta. And if you would like to download the latest version. Okay, and if it's stable, we will just mass upload that to everyone. But a lot of like active development in already. All right, I think that's pretty much it for today. Thanks everyone for your time, and I think I will see you after Lunar New Year, which is in around 2 weeks. So next week on Tuesday we will have office hour because I'm on leave, and also my team is on leave as well. And please see you in next year. And Happy New Year to someone that are celebrating Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year, depends on wherever you are. And we'll see you next year. Bye bye. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.